start with some leg stretches. Start with the easy lazy butterfly. When you are in the butterfly, the intent is to go equally deep on both sides with your knees going towards the ground. Work on the leg whichever feels a bit tighter and not as equally mobile as the other leg. You don't necessarily need to push your legs, both the legs all the way to the ground. That will stretch out your ligaments a lot more. And relax. Too much of stretching of ligaments can lead to overly relaxed joints. For me, it's a kind of childhood deformity or whatever you can call it, whereby my entire body is hyper flexible, hypermobile. People like us seem more impressive during yoga classes because of our excess mobility, but this is not good unless it is equally supported with strong muscles to overcome the lax ligaments. And relax. Now try to get your knees to the ground. Again, the intent is to work on making sure that you are almost equally able to get both the knees to the ground. Get it to the ground and hold it there, and try to straighten your pelvis as much as possible to give as much twist to your hip joint. Keep an observation that change of legs, and keep an observation that you are feeling pretty much the same amount of mobility in both the legs while you're doing this knee to the ground. Any of the side, left or the right, which you do not feel equally being able to move, work on that a bit more, put more effort on getting the knee to the ground, and change of leg. Imbalance, inequality, it doesn't matter how much the knee comes to the ground. What really matters is are your left and right side equal. The inequality is what causes injuries, not the extent of mobility, change of legs. So whether we are doing strength, whether we are doing stretches, always look at your form, your feel factor, and try and make sure that change your legs. Try and make sure that your both sides of the body, the left and the right, whether it is side plank, whether it is bicep curls with the weights, whether it's just simple mobility like what we are doing right now, are working equally on both sides. Any side which is less mobile, which is creating a little bit more discomfort while making the moves, which is able to pick less weight, work on them a bit more. We do this 2 more times. Work on that particular side a bit more. A evenly distributed mobility, evenly distributed strength capacity will make you less injured. The most injuries people face is not where you have let's say a knee pain on both the legs together. You don't have shin splints on both the legs together. You don't have back pain on both the sides together. You normally don't have shoulder pain on both the sides together. And change for the last time. It mainly happens because one side of the body is weaker than the other, or has less strength than the other, or is compensating and doing more work because the other side is weaker. This imbalance causes a lot of injuries and the primary cause of injury for most humans, and change of side for the last time. And come back up. Now get your leg folded in, right leg folded in, left leg stretch it, go for hamstring and calf stretch, hold it there for a few moments. Now how do you manage it during group sessions like this, where I am not able to work with any of you in person to observe you? So you will need to be a bit more attentive about yourself, and during the same session, since I am not able to see you or others are not able to see you, what best you can do is, if I am saying, let's say, um, a single sided side plank a bit more on the, we are doing the single sided the side planks. Let's change side. Let's say we are doing the side planks and you end up finding that your right side plank is weaker than the left side plank. Try and do work on the right side leg strength and your oblique strength a bit more with the workouts that we do, or even try holding the right side plank a bit more with more focus on your muscles compared to the left. A bit more focused work always helps. So if I give an example, change of side. About 2 months back, way back in November and December when we were working, my right side plank was superbly weak. It, although you guys might not be able to notice, I would almost end up resting on my knees when I am doing my right side plank. And now, if you remember from yesterday, I was so better able to do the right side plank even with a leg raise. Previously, when I used to do my right plank, my left leg used to take up the load from the right leg, where even though my right leg should have been taking the load. Change of leg. And okay, so now what did I end up doing? I did nothing outside the group session that we were doing. All I did was focus on the right side plank, the form, the strength work, the making sure that my core engagement is better, my muscle engagement is better. I had to focus a bit more for my right hand side compared to my left. My left could naturally focus pretty well, comfortably well in terms of loading. Change of side. But my right, which was not naturally doing the work properly, I had to focus well on for my right side, engage my obliques better, engage my leg strength better, and then now it's way better, pretty much evenly distributed across both sides. The advantages that I faced while doing this, relatively speaking, my change of side, I've always suffered from right side lower back pain, which has tremendously reduced of late. I do not feel that back pain as often on the lower back on the right side, and during my runs, my change of side, last time during my runs, I do not feel the injuries on my right leg as much how much it was I used to feel it before. So yeah, it all depends on the muscle engagement, the technique, a lot. Some of the things you might remember during the session I keep telling: focus on your core engagement, focus on make your back arched, or avoid arching the back, or brace your back. Those workouts are specifically meant to be done in that particular way. Change of side. If you do them that particular way, they end up engaging the right kind of muscles, they do the strength work correctly. um, so yeah, that is that about single sided work, isolated single sided work. Next, let's do some cat and cow. Go for the cat. I'm sorry guys, today I had a bit of caffeine because I was feeling very sleepy in the morning. So now my brain has gone into overdrive, so I'm talking too much. And going to cow. Caffeine. It's something I take once in a blue moon, probably once a month, once in 2 months. And when I take it, my body reacts pretty odd. When in the cow, push your chest down as much as possible. Try to feel the arch behind on your back. Try to feel the stretch on your chest. And go for cat. Stretch on your chest, stretch on your back. And stretch your chest, go for the cow. Okay, now we'll do some scapular mobility. So, without twisting your back stays neutral, the spine stays neutral. Push your chest towards the ground and let your shoulder blades come towards each other. Improve the mobility of the scapula. A well mobile scapula helps you with smoother shoulder rotation, shoulder movements. And the mobility workouts generally help. And push your chest all the way up. Spread out the scapular bones apart from each other. The mobility workouts, they help by clearing off any kind of scar tissue buildup on your joints. So mobility workouts can be a bit, well, depends on how I help execute it. And chest to the ground, get your scapular bones to come closer to each other. I have to work on making these stretches a bit more dynamic, bit more interesting. But overall, stretches can feel a bit lazy, bit non-engaging as much, but then they help clear out the scar tissues at your joints, helps improve your joint mobility. And yeah, that's it. And press your chest all the way up. shoulder blades spread out more. Okay, next go for the child's pose. Walk your hands forward as much as you can, a couple of inches forward. Give a good stretch to your back. And then go for a foot facing dog. And go for a child's pose again. And go for an upward facing dog. Come on all fours. Move your left hand a little forward. Go under the left hand and give yourself a nice back twist. And come back up. Go over to the other side. Come back up. Go to the other side. Change of side. Repeating it. We'll repeat it one more time after this. Feel the stretch on your back and feel the twist of your backbone. Come back up. Go to the other side. Come up. Repeat. Come up and change your side. For the next one, you will get your head in front of your knees, hold your heels and push your hips up as much as you can. This will give you a nice stretch on your entire back. Push your hips up, push your hips up. Come back up and push your hips out. And feel the stretch on your chest, on your abs. Sit back on your heels. Go for a head in front of your knees again. Go for a back stretch. Come back up. Go for a chest stretch. Sit back and we'll repeat that one more time. Feel the stretch on your back, on your spine. Sit back up and stretch your chest. Sit back down. Now we will work on the reverse of the knee to the ground. You're going to work on the inward rotation of your knees. Get your feet up, both the sides. This is again giving a twist to your upper thigh, the thigh bone with your pelvic area. Some of you will find it difficult. Do how much you can. The more you do this kind of stretches, the better your stretch improves. But again, so you need a level of healthy stretching, but overstretching is not healthy. How do you know what's overstretching and what's not? Well, just try and make sure that change of side. Just try and make sure that you are getting an even stretch, like I mentioned earlier, across both sides of your body. You don't have to target achieving a yogic level of super awesome stretches throughout your body. It's not really needed. I'm just going on blabbering and blabbering. The caffeine does bad work on me. Sorry, guys. Sorry to ruin your Saturday. And change of side. I can feel my left leg has a lot more issues during these twists, and probably that's one of the reasons. I can probably connect it and say that my right leg ends up taking a lot more pressure because my left thigh and pelvic joint is way more stiffer than my right thigh's pelvic joint. The problem with aging that happens is like change of side is your joints become stiffer and stiffer. So it's good to maintain the mobility of the joints. Reduced mobility, well, you can always understand that it would end up impacting during your older ages. The problem happens when they are well mobile. During the younger ages, we don't care for them, but not caring for them ends up accumulation of scar tissues, rust, basically scar tissues, okay, I should not say rust, scar tissues, which ends up impacting the mobility of the joints. And once it becomes immobile, it needs a lot more work to get them mobile once again. Alright, down. Next, let's do a ITB stretch. Leg across the right leg across the left thigh and twist to the right. Hold your feet, hips on the ground. Feel the stretch on the outside of the right leg and look back. Twist back as much as you can. And change of side. Left leg over the right. And look back. Twist your shoulders back. Twist your shoulders as much as you can. Also feel the stretch on your ITB. And repeat it one more time. change of side. Now with your knees, next thing we are going to work on a thigh stretch by lying down on the back. But for those who find it a lot more stressful, who feel that they are not able to lie back, spread your feet a bit more wider to give your hips, to allow your hips to sit down on the ground, and then you do the stretch. For others who find it easier, sit on your heels and slowly lie back. Feel the stretch on your thighs. Come back up. And give yourself a rest. And we'll repeat that one more time. Lie back. For those of you who don't feel enough stretch while doing this, that's good. In one way, you have good flexible hip flexors. You guys can put a pillow over your heels so that your hips go more up and you get a better stretch of your thighs. Come back up. Hold your shin and we'll do some back rolls 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, let's do some leg stretches. Keep one hand down, with the other hand look down across 45 degrees, get your head down. So you will feel the stretch down the side, a little bit towards the back of your neck and shoulders. You can pull your head down. Let it up to the other side. Let it up. Repeat once again. Get it up and to the other side. Put your right hand down while you're doing this towards the left side. And up. Now get your hand below your chin and press your head down. And relax. Do it once more. And relax. Towards the side. Press the left hand down while you're getting your head towards the right hand side. And head up and to the other side. Head up. Repeat. And up to the other side. All right. Let's do some Surya Namaskaras. We'll go a bit after the first round on both sides. We'll go a bit faster and let's do about 15 to 20 Surya Namaskaras on both sides. It's been a long time. So here we go. For the first round is slow and controlled. Hands in front of your chest. Breathe out. Go back. Breathe in. Hands next to your feet. Get your right leg back. Look front. Feel the stretch on your thighs and your left leg back. Go for downward facing dog. Get your knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and go up for your upward facing dog. Go back to your downward facing dog. Right leg was the one that came back. Right leg will go front again. Look front. Feel the stretch on your left thigh. And left leg front. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands bend down. Hands in front beside your legs. Left leg goes back. Look front. Feel the stretch on your left thigh. And the right leg goes back. Go for downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf, your hamstring. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Up. Go for upward facing dog. And go for downward facing dog. Feel the stretch on your calf, on your hamstring. Left leg went back, left leg comes front. Look front. Stretch your thighs. And right leg front. Go for hamstring stretch. And bend back. Hands in front of your chest. And that's count of 1. We'll do another 19 counts. Go back. Hands next to your feet. Right leg back. Left leg back. Stretch. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg front. Left leg front. Bend back. Hand is in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg front. Right leg front. And bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Downward hands next to your feet. Right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and go to upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Bend back. Hands in front of your chest. Bend back. Hands next to your feet. Left leg back. Right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. downward facing dog, left leg forward, right leg forward, and bend back, and hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg front, left leg front, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg back, left leg front, right leg front, hands back, and hands to your chest, bend back, palm next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg front, left leg front, bend back, hands in front of your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg front, right leg front, bend back, and hands to your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, right leg back, left leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg front, left leg front, bend back, hands to your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, and upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg front, left leg front, bend back, and hands to your chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg front, was it right leg front, left, I'm missing it, okay, left leg front, bend back, and hands to the chest, bend back, hands next to your feet, left leg back, right leg back, downward facing dog, knees to the ground, chest to the ground, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg front, right leg front, Bend back, hands to your chest. Bend back, hands next to your feet. Right leg back, left leg back, knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg front, left leg front. Bend back, chest to the ground. Hands to the chest. Bend back, hands next to your feet. Left leg back, right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left leg front, right leg front. Bend back and hands to your chest. Bend back, hands next to the feet. Right leg back, left leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg front, left leg front. Bend back and hands to your chest. Bend back, hands next to your feet. Left leg back, right leg back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the ground, chest to the ground. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg front, right leg front. Bend back and hands in front of your chest. So if my count is not wrong, that should be about 10 both side reps of Surya Namaskara. Looking at the time, I'll stop doing that any further. Let's go for our last bit of Shavasana to relax yourself up. Otherwise, a lot of cursors are coming in. And lie back down. Hands next to you, palm facing up. Relax your body. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathe in, breathe out, 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 deep breath in and a deep breath out. Go into normal breathing. Focus on your feet. Focus on your entire body. We'll try to relax all the body parts, all the muscles. Focus on your toes. Relax your toes. Relax the arch of your feet. Relax your ankle joint. Relax your soleus, that's your lower half of your calf. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your quads, that's your thighs. Focus on the part of the thighs which connects closer to your knees. Relax that. Relax the central part of your thigh. And relax the part of your muscles that connect to the upper part of your thigh. Relax your hamstrings. That's the rear part of your thigh. Relax your hips. Relax your glutes. Let your glutes fall into the ground, sink into the ground. Feel your entire legs relaxed. Relax your abs, the muscles in your stomach area. Relax your lower back. Relax your chest. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your upper arm, your biceps, your triceps. Relax your lower arm. Relax your fingers. Relax your wrist. Moving up, relax your neck. Relax your jaws. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyeballs. Relax your eyelids. Relax your eyebrows. And relax your forehead. Feel your entire body relaxing. Go into 30 seconds of complete peace. Focus on your every body part. Relax them. Relax any tight muscles, any tight joints. Bring your hands to each other, rub your palms, generate some heat, and touch your face with that palm. Stretch yourself out and slowly get up towards the one side. And we end our session with that.